sorry that I could not be in class today, but I wanted to give you tools so that you can get this complete in a timely manner, and we're going to stay on track. So everything is due by the end of the class period today. I'm going to explain the parts that we have not yet gotten to. So the first is that you make a code page. You may have gotten this yesterday. If you didn't, that is okay. I'm going to explain this. So right here in this section, this is where you're going to put the code that you and your group members found from your work pages. So go ahead and fill that in with the numbers that correspond to those letters. Okay. Once you're done with that, go ahead and down here on the phrases 1 through 5, go ahead and create your code. This is, if you kind of think back to the code that we've done before, there's kind of like a little story that we tell. Remember, the longer that it is, the more work it's going to be for you. So you want to make sure that it's a complete sentence, but you don't want it to be too long. And that'll make it easy for you. When you do this, okay, think about writing things down. Think about putting the numbers underneath. Okay, 2, 3, whatever that looks like. That's how that's going to have to be typed out. And I'm going to show you where you're going to go to type that out. So that's what you will do first today. You'll get that part set. There is one person, okay, I'm literally going to write this down. One person that is responsible from your group to submit this page, this next part that I'm going to show you. Only one person for your group, okay? So if let me go ahead and scroll up. Okay, and all of those directions are right here at the very top. I'm going to go ahead and show you in Canvas where you can go to get the document that you need. Oh, sorry, clicked on the wrong one. Okay, so right here on the very top it says online code submission, and then it says task for documents. If you click on task for documents, it'll have the code creation document. You'll make a copy of that. And here's what will come up. The most important part, okay, before you do anything, is put everybody's name at the very top. Okay, everybody's name, because only one person is going to be submitting this for the whole group. There's no need for all of you to have to type this out. Okay, once you have created your codes, right back here, okay, these phrases that you created, you're going to go back in here once you open this up, and you're going to go ahead and type these in, but you're not typing the words. You're typing letters to replace, I'm sorry, you're typing spots to replace those letters. Underneath each letter, you will have to put the numbers. So you'll do that for all 5. Okay, you will do that. It will take just a little bit of time, but it shouldn't take you more than half the period there. Okay, and then down here, you will type in the key. This is the key for me, so I know what all 5 phrases are. So you will literally type the words in this spot. That is the end of the coding part. And then when you're done with that, you will go, I'm so sorry, you'll go back here to Canvas. Okay, and then right here to online submission. Okay, and you will, it will have a spot for you to cut and paste your website URL. Okay, so you will take the website URL from here, click share, get shareable link, done, go back, and you'll copy and paste it here. I can't see it because of the teacher, but yours will show up where you can copy and paste it. Make sure that you press submit. Again, only one person in your group is going to do that step. Okay? You can help them and you can make sure that it gets submitted, but only one person in that group will do that step. Okay, the next part is the create your own code. On your own work page, okay, everybody will do this step. On your own work page, you have these where you have worked on and created questions. Okay, this is your rough draft right here. right next to the coding sheets on the far table near the lamp and the turn-in trays is another document. And it is this document right here. This is going to be your final draft. Okay, everybody will need one of these. This is due at the end of the period. You will turn this in, make sure that you put your member number right here. I need to know who it is. I do not want your name on this page. I want your member number, and I want it attached to, stapled to your packet of questions that you answered. Okay? Again, this should be done in pen because somebody is going to be answering these questions. This is written down, so you will attach it and staple it to your packet, okay? And that will be turned in. This is part of your grade. So you will attach it to the one that you've been doing your work on, and you will turn that in to me. I'm going to walk you through how to create these problems, okay? If you remember, when we did matrix addition and subtraction, matrices had to be the same size. For example, a 2 by 2. Okay, so I'm just throwing numbers in there. You can do whatever you want. Okay, so that they have to be the exact same size to add them. When you add them, okay, you do 2 plus 6 is 8. Okay, then I would do negative 3 plus 5 is 2, so on and so forth. 5 and 3 is 8, 6 and 2 is 8. Okay, so that is my answer for my matrix. You are not going to give them the answer. This is only going to be on your work page so I can see what the answer is. But you will only give them this, okay, without the highlighting, of course. So that's what you would give them, okay? They would solve it. Okay, once they've solved it, okay, you have to create how they're going to get the final letters. So maybe there's not a Y yet in the code that you've solved. Okay, so if you go back to again your code, you go up here to your code that you filled in at the very top. Okay, whatever is not in there needs a number with it. Okay, so say that's Y. I don't know. I'm just picking a random one. Okay, say that's Y. You will have Y equals A23, or well, I guess I don't have 23 here. Okay, whatever you want it to be. Okay, so say Y. So in this case, row 2, column 2 would be 8. So Y would be equal to 8. You're not going to give them the 8. You're just going to give them this, okay, and then they have to figure it out. So that's how you're going to navigate that. You have to work with your team to figure out which variables you're using, which variables your teammates are using. If we do matrix addition, in matrix addition, matrix multiplication. I'm so sorry. Okay, if we do matrix multiplication, say I have a 2 by 3 and a 3 by 2. Can I multiply those? Yes, I can, because they have the same number on the inside. If I have a 2 by 4 and a 1 by 3, cannot multiply those. So make sure when you create your matrices that they fit together. So say I do a 2 by 3 and a 3 by 2. Okay, so there's my 2 by 3, 2 rows, 3 columns. Okay, I'm multiplying it to a 3 by 2. Okay, so you would set up that problem. There's your problem. They would get the answer, whatever the answer is. Okay, again, you're not giving them the answer, you're just giving them the problem. On your work page, I will see what the answer is, and then you again have to decide. Maybe they don't have A yet, so A is element A11. Okay, so you would go to where A11 was over here, and that would be the answer that they fill in on your code. Okay, if you have questions, feel free to email me. Here is my email. Okay, CrassMA@DelawareCitySchools.net. You can do this. You're going to be great. All of this is due by the end of the class period. You're going to have to use your time wisely. If you have been absent, do your best to get caught up. The code can be submitted anytime. So if you have the paper version of the code and you want to come into my classroom during your study hall and submit that code, that's fine. You're welcome anytime in this classroom to get things done. So we will meet together again on Monday, and you will be solving each other's matrix problems. Again, email me if you have any issues. I am happy to help.